All right, hopefully it's working.
Haven't done a live show, you guys, in a long time.
Yeah, man, we're back.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Like over 2 weeks, I haven't done a podcast with you guys.
All right, so we're live. Let me welcome everybody back to the First Inning Radio Show. And yeah, man, I got Roger, the big Yankee fan, and Michael Caputo with me today. And let's talk baseball.
It's good to be back, man. It's good to be back. I haven't done a show with Frank and Roger in a while, and it's great to have the Yankees playing the way they are, and it's great. I'm proud to be a Yankee fan. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, the Yankees right now have just finished up a road trip where they went 4-2, took 2 out of 3 from Kansas City, took 2 out of 3 from Chicago. They had a heartbreaking loss in the Field of Dreams game, which I think was a big event for baseball, with Zach Britton blowing the game, giving up the 2-run home run in the ninth inning to make it 9-8. But then the Yankees have now taken the game from the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim 2-1, with Joey Gallo hitting a 2-run home run, and the Yankees are in the midst of a doubleheader right now. We are in between games, and it was a cardiac game today with Jonathan Loáisiga loading the bases and getting out of it. And the Yankees also, one last thing, the Yankees also took advantage of a lot of walks in the 5th inning, and both Giancarlo Stanton with a pinch hit, and also Luke Boyd had excellent hits for the Yankees to take the lead 5-3.
Yep.
Yeah, man, it was a great game. But the Yankees
Great
have
game.
been.
I haven't watched it.
But it's finally how the Yankees have been hitting, though. You know, they've all been hitting finally.
Yeah, they've been hitting. They still struggle with runners in scoring position. That's still a problem. But, I mean, everybody's putting together great at-bats. Walking a lot, I think getting Joey Gallo is actually a great move now because it gives them more, balance in their lineup, and it gives them more lefties. I can't wait for Rizzo to come back because I think Rizzo is the main, he's the key component of this lineup. He makes the lineup more, scarier, and he brings leadership to the team. And obviously, you need Torres back or Shella back. Once you get all those guys back, this team is going to totally just take off like a bat out of hell. I mean, they're gonna just kill everybody, I think.
And one thing that happened is also that is sad is Severino has had another setback at the Summer League.
I expected that. I'm not going to be too upset because I expected this to happen. I wasn't expecting anything from him when he came back. I knew he was going to go to the bullpen. I really hope we get great news out of this, and I hope he comes back. But I'm not going to be too down because I kind of expect he's coming back from Tommy John surgery. When you come back from that, there's always going to be issues. Guys never come back the same. Well, at least they get Kluber back. As long as they get Kluber back, I guess.
Right. And also, Clint Frazier, poor Clint Frazier. He's another guy that just can't stay on the field. And
he has vertigo in his vision. He's finished. They're going to have to just trade him in the offseason. See what they got to do with Clint Frazier because Clint Frazier just pretty much damaged goods on this team. And him and Andujar, they're going to have to just trade them in the offseason because that's all they could really do. There's no room for them on the team anyways. You have a loaded outfield now.
It's true. I don't know what they're going to do with that guy, man. It looks like, shout out to Virgo Smith and Will Zimmerman on the check-in, man. If for some reason, first of all, I know people who have vertigo, and it makes them feel like they're on it feels like they're on a sailboat.
I've had it once. It lasts for a couple of seconds. Sometimes it can last for a couple of weeks, actually.
It's rocking back and forth, but still though, he can get through that. He can get over it, man.
Well, apparently he can, I guess. I mean, I don't know if that's an injury to keep you out for the whole entire season, but apparently with Clint Frazier, it is.
Yeah, that's sad, man. It looks like they Jacoby Ellsbury his ass.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, I don't know where he at. Oh, talk about Jacoby Ellsbury. Did you see him? A few weeks ago, when the Yankees played the Red Sox back in Fenway, I think I talked about this before. They had Justin Pedroia Day, and they were honoring Justin Pedroia, and Jacoby Ellsbury was there. Did you see Jacoby Ellsbury?
Yes, I did. I saw him there.
I seen that. That was a while ago, though. That was like going back a couple of months ago when they played the Red Sox at Fenway. Yeah, he was with the Red Sox.
Yeah, I was like, wow, they found his ass. That's unbelievable.
They found him, but the Yankees couldn't. He was nowhere to be found when he was on the Yankees. The guy was never playing. He was injured the whole time. He was out for three seasons in a row.
Yeah, man.
Now all of a sudden they could find him.
They had his ass tied up in a Brooklyn basement somewhere, man.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't know what
Carl Pagano absolutely robbed the Yankees. He took $40 million for 4 years and made about 12 starts.
He was terrible.
Yeah,
Pagano was out for a whole year with a bruised buttocks.
Yeah,
just
working,
pathetic.
Man.
Oh, I wanted to also say that Garrett Cole pitched a great game last night. We needed that. That was definitely a much needed victory. Cole definitely stepped up his A game. Finally proved that the guy is worth the money, and because we need all the you need all this, we need all the key configurations as we need it. I mean, it was a big pick me up. So I think that was huge.
9 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings. He looked very good coming up the COVID injured list.
He looked great.
Yeah.
Montgomery looked a little shaky today, but I mean, he did his job. I mean, the offense picked him up after he gave up that home run to Vasquez, and then they battled back. I mean, I got nervous there because the Yankees sometimes when they're down by 1 run, they struggle and they don't come back. But this is just a different Yankee team now. This is a better team, and they're playing like a playoff team.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true, man.
Yes, that's what I was saying, Michael, when you were very scared there and you were saying, no, wait, forget it. Said, remember, it's a long season. It's 6 months long. And what's happening today might not necessarily be what will be happening in August.
Yeah,
no, if this is a 60-game season like last year, the Yankees would be out of the playoffs.
Right.
But they're a great team. And now I could say I can watch this team, and I'm excited now to watch this team. Like, I look forward to it. I wasn't watching them for a while. I was turning the TV off. Now I watch this team now, and it's exciting now. It's about time. I mean, where was this team 5 months ago? They were just awful. They were so unwatchable. Now finally they come back, and they're a team that you want to watch now. I mean, this is the Yankee team that I was missing out on, that we were all missing out on for months. I haven't been excited about this team since probably the spring training. Before the season started, I was this excited about this team. That's how bad they've been the whole season.
And the Yankees have played 67 games of 1 or 2 runs, and they are 44 wins and 23 losses.
Yes, they're great in close games.
They're the cardiac Yankees, more or less.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they've always been the cardiac Yankees. This team has given me more stress than for 20 years than any other team has given me. I mean, it's hard to believe that I'm still a Yankee fan because putting up with all this the last 13 years they haven't won. But, you just got to stick with your team, I guess, and you got to be loyal. So, they all going to, pull this out. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen when they get into the playoffs. That's a whole different story for another day. But just get to the playoffs. That's all. However you get there, get there. Wild card, division, just get into the playoffs first, and then we worry about how deep we go into the playoffs.
And what's growing on me quite a bit, Michael, MBX? Rougned Odor. He has a lot of
he's been clutch.
Yeah.
It's always been good.
And Rougned Odor and Joey Gallo remind me of each other because they both can be strikeouts, they can get the walks, or they can get the clutch home runs. And that's really what you're going to get from Joey Gallo. He's going to have a low batting average. He's going to strike out. He's going to take his walks, and he's going to hit some blasts.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, man. They've been doing a good job.
And the Field of Dreams game gave me a heart attack. That was a devastating loss. Thank God we took 2 out of 3 with the White Sox.
Joey Gallo is something to watch when he's up at home plate. All the wiggles and movements that he has.
I was just about to say that.
Reminds me of Ichiro.
Yeah.
The weird thing that he does with his face is crazy.
Yeah, he does. Looks like that guy on that Jets head coach, Adam Geis, whatever his name was.
Yeah, right.
You remember that guy, Adam Geis?
He looks crazy when he do that. Matter of fact,
he looks like him.
They were showing a side-by-side comparison of Joey Gallo on the Texas Rangers and him now. Mm-hmm. And while they were showing him, he was doing those crazy-ass faces, man. He looks crazy, yo.
I heard. Now I don't know. I'm going to have to confirm this. But from what I heard, he may suffer from Tourette's syndrome. And Tourette's is a syndrome where you do a lot of movements, and then you can also shout out inappropriate things on occasions, where you may say inappropriate things and shout them out, and you will have different types of movements that you cannot control. I'm going to have to double check it. I only heard it from one source, so I'm going to have to double check it. But he may suffer from Tourette's.
I don't believe he. I don't believe he has that.
Who has
Joey Gallo.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Joey Gallo. I've only heard it from one source, but Tourette's syndrome is a syndrome where people can maybe shout out things that
I know that. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, but he don't have that. He don't have that. He don't have that because he's on the field. He don't say nothing. He just moving his face. He's not saying nothing. He don't have Tourette's syndrome. Yeah. He just does that with his face. Maybe because he's trying to like wake himself up or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have Tourette's syndrome.
I've only heard it from one source. I'm going to look into it more.
Nah, he doesn't have it because if it's somebody with Tourette's syndrome, you know that person has it because they show it. They show it. You see them talking and saying stuff. He doesn't say nothing. He just quiet. He just moving his face. So I think he does it in a way to like wake himself up. You know, like psych himself out. You know, and that he's like, you know, ready to go type of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think he has that.
I was just gonna say this team is just they're missing maybe like one or two things, but once they get all their guys back, they're gonna be on fire. This team, they're already playing like great. I just think Andrew Heaney is like the weak link on this team. He's got to go. That guy, he sucks.
That guy, right, Henley, right, whatever his name is. Yeah, man. He throws like he throws batting practice, man.
He sucks.
Andrew Heaney has pitched 15 innings with the Yankees. He's given up 8 home runs. He has an earned run average of 9.
He's horrible. He couldn't pitch against a Little League team.
And he really got clobbered in the Field of Dreams game.
Oh, God. He can't pitch good against a weak offense. He's going to pitch great against a great offense. That's why he's pitching tomorrow. The Yankees better score a ton of runs for him because that is like an automatic loss. I hate to say it, but the Yankees better score. Like, they better have a football score on their hands tomorrow because he is not going to pitch good. You already could guarantee that. He doesn't pitch good. He didn't pitch good against the Orioles and the Mariners. You think he's going to pitch good against Boston? And he didn't pitch good against the White Sox. Another great team that you knew he wasn't going to pitch good against. But he can't pitch good against AAA teams. So don't count on this guy pitching a gem. He's good for 3 innings, and then he completely loses it.
Yeah, it's true, man. I don't know what they're going to do with this guy, man. I don't even know.
Brian Cashman just – I don't know. What are we thinking of trading for that guy? Once again, Brian Cashman has no idea. He's like a bullpen guy. He's not even like a starter. That guy. I mean, wow. Bullpen guy. He's not even good enough to be a bullpen guy. He's good enough to like retire.
They had They had to been on drugs when they signed this guy.
Yeah, they had to be on drugs when they signed this guy. You mean to tell me they couldn't trade for anyone else, and they shouldn't have traded for anybody? I think he makes their rotation worse. I mean, every time he pitches in the rotation, you know it's going to be a loss. At one time they won with him. One time, I think. When he pitched against him, man.
I think the 3 of us could get a hit off this guy. That's how slow he pitches. Man, I think all of us can hit. Yeah, he's throwing softballs out there. You know?
More like baseball.
Wow.
Yeah, he's just horrible.
I mean, he looked like he's pitching like in super slow-mo. You know, like Yes-Mo? Yeah. How they had the Yes-Mo when they showed him sliding into the bag like that? That's how he looked like when he's pitching. He looks like slow-mo.
Yeah, Andrew Heaney is basically a mop-up type of guy. He is a guy that you bring in when you're down 12-1 or up 12-1.
Oh, Heaney, I wouldn't trust that guy in a mop-up game. I think he would blow even that. I think he just totally sucks. He's the worst acquisition that Brian Cashman ever made for a starting pitcher. I mean, he made a lot of horrible trades, Cashman, for pitches, but this has got to be at the top of the list. I mean, Heaney is just an absolute nightmare. I mean, every time he pitches a game, you know they're going to lose. I mean, you know, if the Yankees are winning a game, he'll blow the lead. He chokes. You don't want to see this guy.
Something about Jonathan Davis. Jonathan Davis is a fantastic fielder and very fast, but he is not a.
But he's got no bat though. He's got no offense.
Yo, that kid sucks, man.
In the 5th inning against the White Sox today, they pitched around with Boyd to get to Jonathan Davis.
Yeah, he sucks. Yeah, why did they get that guy?
He can't hit though. He doesn't have a bat.
No, he's horrible. He's a waste of.
And he struck out. He covers ground in the outfield, but have you seen the guy hit? I mean, the guy couldn't hit a beach ball. I would call up Greg Allen. What were the Yankees thinking when they sent down Greg Allen? Why didn't they leave this guy up?
Here's the problem.
I think it was a type of maneuver where they had options for Greg Allen, and they sent him
was
down
really
temporarily.
decision, though. Greg Allen
hold on.
Sent him down temporarily.
But Greg Allen was a great leadoff hitter. I mean,
and Jonathan Davis, where Jonathan Davis did not have options.
Yeah, but that was not a good decision.
Hold on a minute.
Greg Allen brought a lot of he put a lot of spark to this team.
Right. The reason why they sent them down is because the Yankees can have a longer contract hold on him. Because if they bring Greg Allen and Florial up now, they lose that hold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Greg Allen was never in their farm system, though. He was a trade. There was like a trade. They got him.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's a rookie trade. So if they bring him up early, he has to come up early. You understand?
Awful decision. He is a true leadoff hitter. As far as I'm concerned, take DJ LeMahieu out of the leadoff spot and put Greg Allen at the top. He's a leadoff hitter, Greg Allen. LeMahieu's not even doing anything this year. As a matter of fact, I think LeMahieu sucks this year. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him either, man. I don't know.
What? Well, what happened to LeMahieu is he's reverted back to the mean. He had two amazing years, 2019 and 2020.
I don't know what happened this year. I think the guy's playing.
He has basically he's hitting about 270. And when you compare it to last year, where he was hitting 364, obviously
and 327.
But he has come back down to earth a bit. But
he's dealing with a triceps injury, so maybe that's the problem too.
Yeah.
He's also playing injured.
He's hurt. He's playing hurt. Yes, he's playing hurt. Yeah, he's playing hurt, man. He has that tricep injury.
I'm sorry, but this guy is definitely not. I mean, I didn't expect this to happen. I mean, I'm a big DJ LeMahieu fan, and I'm sorry, but this guy is not.
He's playing. He's playing
the reason
through
why
pain.
the Yankees are not.
Yeah,
in
man.
First place.
That's true. He's playing through the pain. He doesn't want to come out the lineup, so he's playing through the pain. So he's hurting.
I mean, it's not a good thing. I mean, yeah, it's great that he's fighting it and he wants to play on this team and help his team win. Great, but he's playing through an injury and he's underperforming. I mean, he's killing the Yankees' offense. I mean, he's supposed to be their table setter. And once LeMahieu hits, the Yankees hit. The whole team goes when he goes. But he's not doing it this year, and everyone else has to pick up the slack because he's not getting the job done. And runners in scoring position, he's not good this year. Remember how he was lights out with runners in scoring position 2 years ago? He was unbelievable.
Yeah.
This guy's got one of the worst hitters in runners in scoring position this year. He's not that good.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, what has happened with LeMahieu is he's always been about a 270 to 280 hitter. And then he had
he's always been a 300 hitter. If you look at his Colorado Rockies.
Oh yeah, he won batting title like 1 year.
300. He's a 300
he always hit. He always hit for average. He was in that era 270 hitter. This is the first time in a long time that he's hitting 270. If you look at his Colorado Rockies, he hit 300. Like he had like 3 years where he hit 300, and then when he came to the Yankees, it completely just exploded. And he hit 327, 364. This is not like DJ LeMahieu. I don't know who this is. Did he rob him? Did he kidnap him in the nighttime? This guy? Who is this guy?
Yeah. Well, like we said before, man, he's playing hurt, so he's not playing up to his full potential. Period. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he has to go through it, man, and he's not gonna be 100% because it sounds like
I know he's playing with a triceps injury. That's probably why he's not doing good. He's played hurt all season. I didn't know he was dealing with an injury. Who knew? I mean, I didn't know that he was playing hurt. The guy. I thought he was gonna have a big season this year. I thought he was going to hit like 315, 320 for sure. I mean, I thought he was going to have another big season for him. I didn't expect this to be.
You guys know who's starting the second game for the Yankees? Is it Luis Gil?
Yeah, he is. He's starting the second game. I'm looking forward to that. I think he's going to pitch great. Luis Gil's been great.
Gil looks very good, BX Bomber. Luis Gil has looked like a fantastic prospect. Another high 90s fastball pitcher. That looks very promising. And
he throws 99, 100. The guy throws like 98, 99. You see how fast he throws? He's a strikeout pitcher.
Right.
I mean, the guy reminds me a lot like Severino when he was in his prime. He attacks hitters. He gets them out. He doesn't pull any punches, this guy. He's not a guy that's going to walk you. He's just going to strike you out. And this is a true test for him tonight because he's going up against, a better lineup. That was Baltimore and Seattle. Now let's see him go up against the Red Sox. And if he blows this team out, then I give this guy a lot of like props. I mean, Luis Field's going to be a great pitcher for this team. I mean, he's going to be in the rotation, I think, next season for sure. I think he'll be in the rotation.
Yes, and also BX Bomber will be at the game Friday, and it will make you bobblehead day, and
he's playing the Twins.
So that'll be really good.
Yeah, Minnesota Twins are terrible. That should be a sweep. Yankees will soon. I was just going to say it shouldn't take them long to be in that wild card up by 3 games because the Minnesota Twins absolutely suck. So that'll be a sweep. And then they play the Braves for 2 games. The Braves are actually playing really good. And then they play Oakland A's. To me, that's like right there. To me, is like their season. Oakland A's. If they take care of business in Oakland, the Yankees pretty much have the wild card on lock. If they
don't forget about Toronto. Toronto is right on.
Yeah, Toronto's out, but Toronto's 4 or 5 games out of the wild card. They're behind us. I don't know why people keep saying Toronto. Toronto's out of it. Toronto's like 5 out. That's a lot of games to be out.
Now they're out of it. Because
but it's Toronto. It's Oakland and the Red Sox. The Blue Jays are not even in the mix. I mean, 5 games out. You're 5 games out. You're finished. There's no team to come back 5 games out of a wild card. That's like impossible.
They're only about 2.5 behind the Yankees.
Not really. They're actually 4. I have the standings right in front of my face right here. They're 4 games out of the Yankees, and they're not 2.5 out. They're 4 games out.
All right, let me pull it up. Let me see here.
Yeah, they're 4 games.
Yeah, the Yankees are well ahead of the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are not going to catch the Yankees. I wouldn't worry about the Blue Jays. I worry about the Red Sox and the A's. The Blue Jays are done. And then obviously the Rays got, but I mean, the Yankees maybe can win the division, but I still think that's like kind of a bit of a long shot.
Yeah, I see they are a bit behind. I see that.
A few days ago, they were on top of them. Not no more because the Yankees were winning. So they moved up in the wild card. So Toronto, they're done, man. If they keep losing,
I told you.
They're done.
Well, I told you the Toronto Blue Jays are done, and they really could be done when the Yankees face them in 4 games next week in Yankee Stadium. Or not next week, next month. They play Toronto next month in the Yankee Stadium, so they could really knock them out cold. The Blue Jays are done. The Blue Jays were all talk. Everybody was hyping up that team like they were going to be a great team. The Blue Jays, they were shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, Michael, what did you think of the Yankees' classic road uniforms? That is what they wore from the 30s through the 60s.
Yeah, I loved them. I loved everything they did with the Field of Dreams game. I thought it was great. I thought the field was beautiful. I just didn't like the outcome.
Obviously, the Yankees had not changed their uniforms much, but what they had was...
I do love it. That was the old school Yankee uniform from the 30s and 20s. Yeah, I loved it.
The New York was a little bit rounder, and they did not have the white trim, and they did not have the stripe on it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
In the back. And the end on the hat was a bit larger, and that's how...
I didn't like the... The game was a heartbreaker. I thought the Yankees had that game in the bag. Stanton hit that massive home run, and then, freaking Britton comes in, and Britton can't throw a strike to save his life.
What's up with Britton?
He even said himself that he should not be closing right now.
Don't close. But Boone still put him in the close out. If you watch Saturday's game against the White Sox, he put him in the closer role.
Yeah,
again.
He did.
I mean, Britton can't close. The guy's he's done. I mean, next year they have to trade him and trade Chapman. They can't keep these guys. I mean, they're not doing it for the Yankees, man.
They're $30 million worth of salary. Chapman is going to make $15 million.
They're too old and it's washed up. I mean, they never get the job done in the big spots. Chapman's a major choke artist, and Britton's a major choke artist, and Chad Green's another big choke artist. That guy blows 4 or 5 saves every time.
Well, I was showing.
I like, Michael, that they did send down for some reason. Whiting looks really good. The redheaded.
Yeah, they sent him down though. They sent him down.
He's another one that hits 100 miles per hour, and Whiting has been the closer for Scranton Wilkes-Barre, and I thought I was rather impressed with him.
Yeah, but they sent him down. They should have kept him up. They sent him back to the minors.
Yeah.
They should have just sent him. They should have just kept him up. I don't know why the Yankees love sending guys down, calling them up. They did it with Florial again and Greg Allen. I don't know what it is with this team. Why they infatuated with doing that? I have no clue why. I mean, just keep the guys on this team. They could help them. They could be a big, key contributors. I don't know why they love doing at the Yankees. I just don't get it. This organization, they just make so many horrible blunders.
Yeah, it's true, man. I don't know what's going on, man.
I mean, they're playing so great now, but you have to let go with the hot hand. You can't send guys down, bring guys up. I mean, the Yankees are going so good here. You got to keep it up here. I mean, you just have to keep the line moving.
Well, what they might do with a relief pitcher, Michael and BX, is what they do is if a relief pitcher throws 5 or 6 innings, they will send him down to get a fresh arm up because he won't be able to be used for several days.
Like yesterday, Garrett Cole was pitching great. They take him out of the game. I mean, I guess they did that because he was coming off of COVID, so they wanted to. But Boone always makes questionable decisions to me. I don't know what it is with him. He makes a lot of very questionable decisions. He kind of second guesses too much and overmanages. But I mean, I have to say this team is looking excellent right now, and I want to sweep this series out.
Yeah, that should, man. Hopefully they can do it, man. That's what they need to do. Sweep it out.
They got to sweep this out. This was a big win. I mean, they had to get this first game out of the way and win this game. Because I'll tell you right now, if they lost this game tonight, I don't think they would have won the series. They might have ended up getting swept. I mean, I didn't like their chances if they would have lost this game.
Yeah, they're looking rather good. They're playing with enthusiasm. They're the Cardinals Yankees, winning games by 1 and 2 runs, but they are winning and winning a lot of games. They have the third.
Also, when they're down in games, you're confident they're going to come back every single time. I mean, this team never seems to give up. They just come back and they don't give up. I mean, a couple of months ago, the Yankees are losing 2-0, 3-0. You pretty much thrown the towel. This team, I just have confidence that they're going to come back now. Now every time they're never out of it.
I know.
And they never used to do that, and now they're doing it. And you can see Aaron Boone is even more happier than he's been in a while. I mean, this whole team, you could tell the clubhouse.
Yeah, you can see it that they're playing a little better now. They feel happier that they're winning and hitting. Period. You know what I mean?
They're playing a lot better.
Yeah,
they're playing a lot better.
And I'm surprised by the relief pitcher Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes has come over and done pretty good. He's on the COVID list right now too, but Clay Holmes has come over and done pretty well in the.
He actually is on COVID now, but he did really good, except that one inning where he blew it in the Field of Dreams game. I think it was that game he kind of came in and kind of threw a gasket in that game. I don't know what happened, but I was it one of those games? I don't know. The Kansas City game, he blew it. Not the Field of Dreams. I know Britton blew that game. That was just that was horrible. They would have swept the White Sox if it wasn't for that blown save. Britton blew it.
It's true, man. It's true.
What about you, Frank? What do you think about the Yankees now? I think they're great.
They're good now, but they got to get all these guys back from COVID now. That's the problem. Here's the thing, right?
Rizzo, Torres, Urshela.
Right. So now you got these guys playing well. The team that you have now. Now you have the guys with COVID. Sanchez and Urshela's hurt with
Sanchez is back. Actually, he came back.
He just got back. So now
he's back in the lineup today.
Right. So now you have to worry about these guys playing well now when they weren't playing.
Oh yeah, Urshela. Yeah, Urshela's got to come back. Torres is going to probably be a while until he comes back. Urshela's supposed to come back, I think, next couple of days next week. Rizzo's supposed to come back very soon, I think, for the Minnesota series. So,
well, I like what they're doing. What they're doing is they're putting Stanton in the outfield, so they have an option for Voit at DH now.
Yeah, they're finally playing Stanton in the outfield. It's about freaking time playing this guy. He makes over $300 million. You got to put him in the outfield.
And he hasn't got constructed yet.
No, I mean he's been really good. I mean Aaron Judge is a beast. I have to give it to Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge has carried this team. I wanted to talk about that too. Aaron Judge has been just outstanding. I mean this game he didn't really come through, but he's carried the Yankees, man. Aaron Judge is having an excellent season. He's finally stayed healthy. This guy, I got to give him his credit. He's finally playing, and Stanton has put together a really good year. I mean he stayed healthy too. I mean you got to say both of these guys have stayed healthy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
On the
when
chat,
was the last time we could say this about the Yankees? I mean they had a lot of injuries late in the season, but Judge and Stanton stayed healthy the whole year.
On the chat, Will Zimmerman said, "What happened to Domingo Germán? He's hurt with shoulder problems."
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back.
He has a shoulder problem. Yeah, so I don't know. He has the same thing with Chapman. Their shoulder hurts.
I think he's finished. Yeah, Chapman's supposed to come back, though, I heard. Chapman's supposed to come back, I think, in like a couple of days.
Yeah,
he's supposed to get
one that's been on the injured list since August 1st.
Yeah, he's been injured a while. And Corey Kluber, he's supposed to come back at the end of the month, they said, but he's another one you can't count on. I mean, like Severino. No. Severino was supposed to come back, and now he got a setback. What are they going to tell you about this MRI now? They're saying he has to go for a second opinion. What is that going to turn into now? Another Tommy John surgery?
That's not. That means if he's asking for a second opinion, that means it's bad.
That's not good.
Severino is the same. Severino is the same because he had all the potential, and if he has this setback here, he may have just thrown his last pitch for the Yankees.
Oh yeah, and I was just talking to Frank about it. I said I think the Yankees have to probably release him after his contract is up. If the Yankees are not going to re-sign him when his contract is up. I think he's got 1 year left after 2022, and he is a free agent. And Yankees are not going to re-sign him. No way. If this guy is going to spend his whole entire career on the injured list, he's become like the Carl Pavano of the Yankees now.
Yeah, he's been in 3 years. The last time we saw him pitch, BX Bomber and I were at a game along with Section 420 Talking Yanks in September of 2019 against the Angels. And he had come back after missing all of that year in 2019, and we saw him pitch against the Angels, and we have the vlog for that. And then he pitched a couple innings in the playoffs, and that was it.
Yeah. If he gets one more, Roger, shot to the foot, meaning if he gets another major injury like Tommy John, you could say Severino is probably as good as gone. I mean, like you said, it's probably going to be his last pitch in Yankee Stadium. I mean, he's going to have to pitch elsewhere because, I mean, thank God for Garrett Cole, right? Imagine if we didn't have Garrett Cole right now, because Severino was supposed to be the ace of the Yankees, but it didn't turn out that way because of injuries.
Absolutely right, man.
But Garrett Cole, I mean, this is why you got Garrett Cole. This is why you paid $324 million to get your guy, and you got him because you can't rely on Severino. Guy's always injured. I would have loved to see Cole and Severino on the rotation together, but I don't know if this guy's ever going to make it back. I mean, he's just always hurt. He's constantly always injured.
Oh, BX, Michael, I just wanted to say also the Mets have really fallen on hard times.
Oh, yeah, I was going to talk about that. Yo, Frank, the Mets, man, the Mets collapsed, bro.
Yeah, they have in the last 2 weeks, man. What the hell happened?
The Mets, I don't know, they're free-falling. They had a big lead, and they collapsed. And they're on a tough schedule now. They got to play the Giants, the Dodgers. They're going to get swept, I think.
Yeah, they have really collapsed. They're back to 500. They're not under 500. They're playing the San Francisco.
Yeah, the Dodgers swept them, and now they're playing the San Francisco Giants. Last night they got shelled, and they got destroyed. I think that they're in a lot of trouble, the Mets. Believe it or not, I think the Mets are actually going to miss the playoffs this year because there's no wild card for them if they try to go for a wild card because they're 7.5 or 8 games out of a wild card. So they're not going to catch the wild card.
They totally blew it, man. They totally blew it. That's unbelievable.
They blew it, and it's such a weak division. I don't understand it. The National East is weak. I don't know how to blow that. The Braves are going to most likely division
and it's crazy about it is that it's such a weak division, and you got Joe Retardi and the Philadelphia Phillies in first place, and they suck.
I know, and the Braves too. Don't forget the Braves.
You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man.
Yeah, and you know what? I really think the Mets screwed up big time not getting Chris Bryant. I mean, Chris Bryant hit 2 home runs last night. I actually watched the game, and I don't really watch a lot of Met games, but I just wanted to see them collapse. He hit 2 home runs last night, Chris Bryant.
And
I don't know what the Mets were thinking of.
And listen, right, and talk about the Mets. I was watching MLB Network the other day. They had John Rosenthal on the MLB Network. He was talking about the Javier Vasquez trade with the Mets, right?
Yeah.
He was talking about that the Yankees were interested in Javier Baez, and they were willing to trade and give up Gio Urshela for him and some other guys. So he was on his way out. Luckily, Gio Urshela got hurt. If he never would have got hurt, he would have been traded, and we would have had Baez.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy.
I'm glad Gio Urshela came to the Yankees. I love Gio, man. I have to say, after Aaron Judge, he's my second favorite Yankee. Gio Urshela's
but I want to tell you how the Yankee mentality is. You see how they are? Mm-hmm. That Gio Urshela at the time was our best hitter. You know?
Yeah.
And they were willing to get rid of our best hitter for this guy, Javier Vasquez, that's really mediocre.
You mean Javier Baez?
Javier Baez, right. Exactly.
Okay. Thank God that didn't happen because Baez is home. You know, he got hurt. He's on.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you see how their mentality is? They rather get rid of our best player for some mediocre guy. You know, he's just a name. You know, Javier Baez. He's just a name.
Javier Baez isn't all that. I saw his numbers. He also strikes out a ton. Javier Baez.
He was good. I mean, he was good in the beginning.
He won the World Series with the Cubs. I mean, he was part of that World Series with Rizzo and Bryant and Wilson Contreras. I mean, he was part of that championship, but he turned into like a dud. He's always hurt.
You guys have a nice story. I have a nice story. David Robertson, who was playing for Team USA in the Olympics, and one of our favorites, Mr. High Sox with the Yankees, has a minor league contract with the Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Because he wants to get back into baseball. He's playing for Team USA, and I think it's a nice story that the Rays are taking him on.
So Wait. So how did he leave baseball first? He got DFA.
Yeah, I saw he signed with the Rays.
He was playing for the Phillies. He got injured, had a lot of injuries, then was trying to come back, then was playing for Team USA in the Olympics, and now he's getting a chance with the Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, that's cool.
I saw that. But he's old, but I'm not worried about David Robinson. Yeah, I think he's like an old.
David Robinson is washed up though, man.
He touched it.
David Robinson was the choke artist, man. You kidding me?
He was the.
Holy cow! He was the choke artist. Man, that's why they called him. That's why they nicknamed him Houdini when he was here, because he would load up the bases and get out of it somehow. You know, that's how bad he was. He was he was crazy.
Remember he choked, and you know what he used to do that I couldn't stand? I don't know if you guys remember. Every time he used to get a home run, he used to make weird faces. Remember he always used to make those faces when he used to get a home run?
Hold on, sports guru on the chat. It is a true story. Ken Rosenthal said it on MLB Network, and go find it. What you talking about,
what do you say, the Houdini man?
Nah, sports guru. He said that the story about Gio Urshela and Baez trade wasn't true. It is true. Rosenthal said it on MLB Network, bro. Just the other day last Thursday.
Yeah, I didn't know that. No, I believe your story. I just didn't know about the Baez. I heard rumors about them trading on that guy in the Reds. Suarez, what's that guy's name? The third baseman on the Reds. I think his name is. I heard they wanted to trade him for a shot. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, they wanted the Yankees for some reason. I don't understand why they want to get rid of Urshela for.
Yeah, he's our best hitter. He's their best clutch hitter. He's better than LeMahieu is right now.
Yes, and he could play third base very well.
Yeah, he's excellent defensive. Oh, yeah, he's sparkling. Wouldn't you say, Roger, that Urshela is their second best hitter after Aaron Judge? I think so.
Well, statistically, he is.
Urshela is very clutch. Urshela comes through.
He actually more clutch than DJ LeMahieu.
When he played for the Indians, he was not much of a bat, but a big fielder. And
that's the guy you want up at bat when the game's on the line. If you put a gun to my head, if you're going to tell me who I want with the game on the line, he's the number one guy, Gio Urshela. Even more than DJ LeMahieu. I mean, I have to say it now. DJ LeMahieu is not coming through for them this year. It's Gio Urshela. Man.
Yeah, it was Gio Urshela. He brought us back. Him and Judge. Him and Judge brought us back.
You know? Those are the two best hitters on the team, and Judge is even clutch now.
Yeah, he was.
And speaking of clutch, John Carlos Stanton had that clutch run drive hit in the fifth inning after the Red Sox walked so many people.
Yeah. He's been great, Stanton. I have to say it now. He's coming through. And you know what? That game in the Field of Dreams, I didn't expect him to hit that home run. I was like, wow, he was due. It's a shame that we had to go below that game in the ninth inning, but Stanton, I still have to give him his credit. I mean, he came up with a huge home run. I mean, that was like, unlike Stanton to do that, he doesn't really do that much.
Now, let me talk about Giancarlo real quick, right?
Okay.
He has to change his batting stance, bro. He has to change that batting stance. Because let me tell you, if you could throw a curveball low and away, he's an automatic strikeout. He's an automatic striker. If you throw the ball low and away 3 times in a row, he's gonna strike out. Trust me.
Yeah.
He's hard. He has to change his batting stance to get that low and away.
You know what else? Guys,
curveball.
I don't know if I told you this, but you know Kenny Lofton? Remember Kenny Lofton, the baseball player?
Yeah.
You know what he said about Giancarlo Stanton's eye vision? He goes, I think that Giancarlo Stanton has to get his eyes checked out because I think he's blind. He actually said it, Lofton. He goes, this guy, I think he has to get like reading glasses. I don't think he sees. I was watching Kenny Lofton with Nick Totoro. Watch Nick Totoro. He has a great podcast. I think it's John Totoro or Nick Totoro, big Yankee fan. But he was talking with Kenny Lofton on his podcast. Wow. And he was saying that he thinks Stanton has eye problems. Like he thinks that he needs to get like his eyes checked. Maybe that's why he strikes out all the time.
There will be times when he misses a ball. He looks terrible and misses it by 3 feet.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, he swings the balls in the dirt. Never seen him swing the balls in the dirt.
Right. It looks like he sees the ball last minute, and then he slaps at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
Let me tell you something about Joey Gallo, though. Joey Gallo, I know he's like another swing and miss guy, but he's really showing something on this team. I mean, I thought he was just going to be like a complete like bust because you know the way I felt about him when we traded him, Frank. You know, I was like, this guy is just a strikeout machine. He's a strikeout artist. But this guy has really come up big for them, man. If he hits a home run tonight, this guy has just been really like worth the trade. It was a good pickup, man.
Yeah, it was.
He's pretty much Joey Gallo is pretty much going to give you the 3 true outcomes. He's going to strike out a lot. He's going to walk because he has a good eye, and he's going to hit home.
I just don't want him up in a bases-loaded situation with the game on the line in the playoffs. That's what I'm going to be afraid of. I just don't – he's not the guy – I don't think you want him in a bases-loaded like spot in a big playoff game. I'd rather take my chances with anybody else but him. I'm sorry. I'd rather have like I'd rather have Gary Sanchez up in a big spot than Joey Gallo. I just think Joey Gallo is just going to strike out if he's in like a bases-loaded. You know what I mean?
Oh, and also, did you hear that the Red Sox really wanted Anthony Rizzo?
Oh, yeah. Yes, they did. They were really, really upset. The whole town of Boston was pissed off. The front office, how could you screw that up?
Yeah.
I mean, he was like almost like 100% in the uniform. I don't understand how they could screw that up. Like they screwed that up like they screwed up Mark Teixeira and A-Rod.
Yeah. Yeah, they had all of them in the bag. That's true. That's so true.
I mean, Rizzo was like in the uniform. I think it had something to do with prospects. But why the Red Sox didn't want to go the extra mile? I guess the Red Sox like the Cubs like the Yankees prospects better than the Red Sox because they didn't trade. Like they didn't want to do the trade with the Red Sox, the Cubs.
Right.
I mean, Rizzo was
pretty good. We're about an hour away from the second doubleheader. And I think we've fully covered everything pretty well.
The Yankees' first baseman is Bobby Dolbeck. And I don't think let me see, what's his stats? He hit 33 runs, 72 hits, 14 home runs.
Just about everything, but
52 RBIs, 1 stolen base. I mean, the first baseman the Red Sox have, he's pretty good for being 26 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So why would they get Rizzo over this guy? But hey,
who are we talking about? But I'm happy we got Rizzo. I don't want Luke Voigt. I mean, Luke Voigt is going to be the DH when Rizzo comes back. You know that. So he's not going to be the first.
That's if Rizzo signs back. I think Rizzo's not going to sign back, man. He's just a rental player.
I think he will be back. I don't know if it's 100% guaranteed they're going to sign Corey Seager in the offseason. I think Rizzo's going to be their main. They're going to go after starting pitching, and they're going to re-sign Rizzo, and they still need to get probably a shortstop. I mean, they're going to have to get like a center fielder.
Yeah,
but I think Rizzo's going to sign back. And another thing with Corey Seager, he's a great player, but he's always injured all the time. Guy's constantly always hurt. So I'd rather take my chances with a guy that stays healthy.
Right.
And Anthony Rizzo. I mean, he's always injured, Corey Seager. He's injury prone.
That's true. That is true. He is injury prone.
That's why I don't know if I would be too hot for him. The Yankees love him. I think Steinbrenner's dying for him. But watch out. The guy is going to definitely land on the injured list next year because he's always hurt. He would fit right in with the Yankees because all these guys are injury prone. He would be perfect. Another injury prone guy. I don't want another injury prone guy.